Hearty wishes, viewers. On behalf of Fine Mind, Innovative, and with you, I welcome you all for this intro session for TCS Code Vita 2020. So, what would be there in this particular session? We would talk about what is Code Vita, what is the expectation from us, what would be the benefits, and like how should we prepare. And the entire session has been as much as possible made extempore. That is, like, without having any scripting, we are speaking. Not only this particular session, every session, including the programming, including some support session, is going to be always done the way you would see us, a person standing in front of you and speaking. So we don't have a script. So because of that, we might find that sometimes we might have say, and then we might have to make some mistakes during the debugging. And so that you would find that would be absolutely natural. We also have taken care to showcase what exactly can happen when you are sitting down in those most important 6 hours. So that's exactly what has been planned. So to start with, what is Code Vita? Code Vita fundamentally is a programming as a sport culture. That's exactly the term used by TCS. Gaming, at the same time, talent acquisition. So the other benefit of Code Vita, you would find that like you are participating along with everybody in this earth. So these are the schedules. So the pre-qualifier round zonal has been scheduled from July 10th to July 25th. And then the zonal is scheduled on 7th and 8th of November. And the grand finale is on 17th of February 2021. Let's have a brief look at the entire history of Code Vita. 2012. This was introduced as a talent acquisition, rather talent spotting, talent highlighting competition only for the subcontinent of India. So 12 and 13. But looking at the response, looking at how things have been going on. So from 2014, they started moving global. So 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18, when TCS Code Vita have been global. And 2018 have been an year mark. Look at the number of participants. 2.5 lakh participants from 35,000 plus institutions. Spread to 89 countries. Started using 8 programming languages. And for the final, we had teams from 5 countries. So 2019. Now you would find that next year you also would be a part of 2019. Somebody might be talking about 2019, this happened, and you have to be happy that you are a part of it. If somebody is going to ask the question, what is the disadvantage and advantage of participating in Olympics? It's absurd. Participating in the Olympics is the thing. You might win, you might not win. You are going to run at the center where people are watching, thousands of people are watching, millions of people are watching. So participating in the Olympic itself is a great thing. Similarly, participating in competitions are something to be done. So remember, participation is the first step. So let us just introduce what are the various languages that are allowed and what are the compiler or the interpreter versions that has been accepted by Code Vita. So these are the 8 languages that are accepted by TCS. C, you would use GCC 5.3.1. C++ version is the same. C#, Java, Perl, PHP, Python, and Ruby. So these are the various languages you are allowed to choose and work. So what would be the core benefits per se? For obvious reason, for final years, there is a job offer waiting for you. Not only that, for example, if you have qualified and if you have a standard ranking, there are some text exemptions in the recruitment process. You might be exempted from taking up an aptitude test, or you might be exempted from taking up a verbal test. Now that is something to be definitely appreciated. And the most important thing is you would know where you stand. How long can we be competing ourselves with that small room where we have 60 of our classmates? How long can we be standing in the same, maybe 4 into 6, 6 into 260, 4 into 60, 240 students, or maybe within your college? You need to look at yourself, where do you stand when you are along with everybody else in the world. So what about the other people other than the final year? There's a beautiful opportunity. You can work with them as an intern. So what is expected? What is expected? What is TCS expecting? Simple. You have to be extremely strong in your basics of your engineering, of your mathematics. Mathematics becomes an allergic term. It is a simple arithmetic, simple number theory, what is being expected. Arrays, one dimension, and of course, two dimension too. Optimization. When this word optimization comes on, people jitter, knees knock, sweats. Actually, optimization is putting whatever I know as a simple science fact, what has been taught in the school, to practical use and work within a time frame. 6 hours have been given. I need to solve 6 problems. Normally, as a student, you would find that the only time where we work within a time boundary is during our examination. But actually look at it, even that sometimes have been taken very light. You don't care much. But here you would find you have to work within that specific time. You would be given on a 24 hours window. You can choose any 6 hours. Look how you would find that this is a different culture altogether. It's an open book test. Nobody is going to be monitoring you. No, you're not going to be proctored. It's not a proctored test. Nobody is going to watch you. You are given that option. You can just pick up. You can start reading books. You can start looking into the net. That's fine. But 6 hours is the target. Collaborative, which means you can even call your friend and talk to him. Hey, buddy, I have a problem like this. I have a small issue on the mathematics. Can you help me out? I didn't understand this terminology. He can help you out. And the last one, willingness to learn. Willingness to learn is a very, very important thing. So now, when we started looking out for what is to be introduced, we found that there are some basic information which you should know. What is that? These information have been taken from their campus commune. Campus commune is a place where you would find that it's a community. It's a community where you would find a lot of information, blogs would be there. So what have they discussed about the pre-qualifier test? So look at the topic, Code Vita 8. You asked, we answered. So the common question that have been asked. Okay. So I'm just showing you exactly what it is there. Okay, I have not done anything. Perfect. It is a verbatim. So pre-qualifier, it would be 24 hours contest window and each participant is provided with 6 hours to solve the questions. In India as well as rest of the world separately. 2 zonal rounds in India, because you would find earlier when TCS started, the number of candidates were less. But now it is becoming huge. So as 2 zones. So zone 1 on 28th and zone 2 on 12th July. So fundamentally, like I do not know where my viewers are from. Maybe you may be from Kolkata. So in that case, you would be taking up the zone 2. Or if you are from, Bangalore, Kolkata is in zone 1, I'm sorry. Or if you are from the national capital Delhi, it would be in zone 2. So you need to choose that. Right? Good. Now, what are the other important things we need to do? The moment you click your start contest, you are in. So you need to get the full 6 hours. So for obvious reasons, do not take the last 6 hours of the window. Don't procrastinate. Don't keep waiting. Don't keep calling your friends. Hey, have you started? What sort of problems are you finding it out? Could you please just share with me? I'll prepare and go. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because they keep changing the questions. Let's understand, like, when if you want to be smarty, the world also would like to be as smart as you are. So let the ball rolling and let's just start. That's exactly what is the spirit of the game, right? So if you log in with less than 6 hours remaining for the overall contest, you will have less time to complete the contest. You need to understand there are a lot of parameters. What in case if there's going to be a power shutdown in an area and couple of hours you do not have power? So do not make any such things. Let's be fair in this particular game. Don't say that fine in love and war, okay, everything is fair. Come on, let's not do that. Okay, here it's going to be, we need to be really fair. So verify that you can log into Code Vita platform with your mail ID and the password. Ensure that you do it much earlier. And ensure you choose the languages C, C++, C#, Java, Perl, Python, Ruby, and PHP. Be careful in case if you're going to be using a shared infrastructure like your college lab. It should be accessible. You have a firewall sometimes there. A firewall might not allow certain websites. So you need to talk to your network administrator and get it done. So what are the browsers which are good to work with? Chrome, Firefox, and IE9 and above. Ensure that it is done. Ensure that your browser supports JavaScript and you have not blocked any pop-up windows. Specifically, ensure that your pop-up windows are accepted from this particular site. Last but not least, plagiarism will have very serious consequences. We have a team dedicated to checking plagiarism. So refrain from copying codes. Beautifully done. They have given very clear indication to us. So we just have to just stick on with that. Okay, next, attribution. Now that's what I said. What does this attribution means? You can look at the code from other websites and you can steal few lines from them. But play honest. Honesty and gratitude are sometimes we find miss in this world. So if you have picked up the code from a website, jolly well say, I have done it. If you don't say it, anyway, we are going to find it out. So you would find before you do the submission, there is a clear indication. I, so and so, pledge that this code is mine and mine only. Let's not talk about cinematic. There would be 7 people very similar across the world. Okay, we don't trust all those things. Only in cinema you would find that we have such things. In reality, no code would have 2 same variables and 2 same approach. So beware. So what is a proper attribution code? Do not blindly say, hi, I picked up from this particular website. Give the complete URL as I have given over here. Clear? What happens if I do not attribute the code I have referred to? We'll find it and it will be considered as plagiarism and you would be disqualified. You would not be able to move into the next round. As simple as that. Next, what are the various states when you are picking up, when you are giving your test? 8 different states. Compile time error. This is actually, we would say it is rare. Most of you people who have entered this, mostly you would be good. You would not have, but maybe here and there typographical error would be there. So, but anyway, you need to be aware. Ensure that you are using the correct version. Very important. Very, very rare. In fact, you would find that they have given a clear indication. In fact, this has been picked up from tcscodevita.com, Code Vita V8 status.pdf. You can go through that. So let me spend a couple of minutes in explaining that. They have clearly said in extremely rare cases, maybe because of the heavy load on the server, there is a probability 0.01%. 0.01%. Okay, so that you would find that they are taking responsibility for that. They are taking responsibility. I love that. So there is a very, very feeble possibility you would find that the server might be in trouble. So eradicate the compile time, runtime error. Once again, TCS is honest. There are two possibilities. You can have the runtime can be split into two. One is because of you, one is because of us. Systemic and programming faults. Systemic is because of the system. Basically, they have agreed that most probably when you pick up Java, there is a possibility. Okay, they have agreed. So that doesn't say that we are not advocating C. Let's be very clear about it. Hey, don't say, hey, this guy has started. No. It's whatever has been given over by TCS is what I'm reading. So 99.99% of the cases it is going to be a runtime error because of our code. Let's understand that. Time limit exceeded. This is something very, very interesting for us, you to know. Okay, we should know about how time limit is. So you are expected to write your program that can work within a specific time. But you need to understand lakhs of people are submitting. I can't let you take up a huge chunk of my server's time rather sometimes. So you need to work with that optimized form. So there are two types of optimization. Are you using the right amount of the time which can be given to you? And second is going to be memory. You need to be a bit careful. And the servers are running on a 64-bit system. Let's understand that. It's on a 64-bit system. So they have a clear way of finding out how much memory is going to be used by us. So we have to be little careful. Don't be too stingy. Okay, don't say, I'm going to save one variable so I'll be able to. No. That is not the way it works. Working on a 1000 by 1000 matrix is very different from working on a million by million matrix. So try to find out how best can you use your memory. And next, wrong answer, straightforward, a huge mistake, a big hole in the algorithm. So we need to do it. Next, accepted. It means you would find that good, exactly what we want you're doing. Wow. And the next, a presentation error. Maybe this is because you would find we are a bunch of people. When you are writing a good answer, we will underline it and then we'll pick up a couple of colors and highlight it and then we'll surround the answer. The box ends is equal to. Okay, all those things would be done. So stick on to what they are asking. If they say just give one integer, one long integer, percentage LLD, full stop and a full stop, no deviation whatsoever. So that if you have, you would find TCS says it's fine, okay, I know you are getting carried away by your happiness, good, I'll take it. So if there is a presentation error, you can just be happy. They have accepted actually. But they're giving you a warning, hey, I think you are missing some finer point. Go and have a look at it if you want a couple of times. Okay, good. The last, public versus private test cases. This is a very common thing. Sir, I don't know, sir, some of the test cases failed. Public were working, private I did not know. I don't know how many of them had failed, but it was not accepted. Okay, be happy. Even if you have given public acceptance and private is giving, you would find that that is also accepted for evaluation. That way you can be really, really happy. Right? Paka? So one last piece of, I would say, we hate advices. We don't like anybody giving advices. One small, I'll share what is to be done. Simple, buddy. Get your hands dirty. Start coding. Start coding. Do not postpone. So when we see when we teach you a program, do that program. Time it out. How much time it takes. Try to find out, is there any better method of doing it? We might not give you 100% coding, 100% optimization. Most of our sessions you would find that we do it live. Not most of 100% we will do it live, except for the first few sessions where it's webcasted because of the crowd. Otherwise you would find that we are going to do live. So we make mistakes right in front of your eyes. We might miss some optimization. You do that. So get your hands dirty, buddy. Simple as that. That is going to be the one that is going to help you a lot. And give your best. What is your best? Give it. No compromise, absolutely no compromise. Right? Good. So I planned for a 20-minute introduction and I'm done exactly. So see you again with technical stuff with us. Right? Perfect. Thank you very much for viewing this. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay at home.